Howdy doody. We are going to do another 10-minute composition session right here. It's been a little bit since we've listened to the whole piece, and so let's do that real quick to see where we're at. Alrighty. Processing ornaments. Okay, interesting. It's always interesting to listen after you haven't listened to the whole thing in a while. One thing I thought of is it'd be interesting to see how we can take one of these themes from the intro, something very subtle, and bring it through the course of the whole piece. So I'm going to switch views here so we can look at it here. So this first moment in the piece are these A's, and so having the bombs, these bomb, 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 bomb. I feel like with all this reference to A and this return to these low A's, I feel like we should try to keep the low A theme going through the piece a little more. And one thought I had was, what if it was to happen here? So it would be like jung, jung, bum, bum. So this part, just so you can give it a listen, is starting at 22. This is our transition into this melody. So there will be a huge difference in the sound if this becomes a bum bum. It will make this feel less like a point of resolution and more like a continuation of the energy. I want to resolve later. I want to keep the energy flow going for longer, and have more sense of resolution towards the end. Right now, I actually want to set a somewhat frantic pace for this piece. I feel like that's the direction it naturally wants to go. Let's listen to that little difference and see what a difference it makes. Oh, it's 6:09. I'll be done at 6:19. Okay. Interesting. All right, so this D, it should be D-E, and I'm going to have these left-hand notes line up with the banjo part here. Dung, 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 ding, dung, dung. So we'll have this happen in the next measure as well. Dun, dun. And I'll have this happen up high, up an octave from this first dun, dun, the dun, 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 and then we'll dun, 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 we'll double the F as well. This half note F that you find in the banjo, we will double in the right hand, and then that should be good enough. One thing is, there aren't very many spots in this piece where only one or two instruments play and the other one rests. They're just kind of always going at it, which might be a problem, but I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. Alright, so let's take a listen. Interesting. Alright, let's see what happens if we have this first D up an octave as well, because I think that saving the super low notes for the next section here is a good idea. Dun, ding, dun, ding, dun. And then maybe we'll double this part in the piano here. Oh, no, it's already a piano part. Maybe we'll double this here, this E, and then this C sharp, so it'll be like this. Quarter note rest on one, and then the E, and then the C sharp. Actually, we'll go up to A. The reason I chose A is because that's the chord tone. We're making an A7 chord here, and so I put the A into there. Then we've got G, the 7th, and C sharp, the 3rd. Alright, let's take a listen to that. I'll start a little earlier. Cool. Alright, and so that flows on, and let's see, where else can we bring back that jung jung? Here we could bring it here. Let's see. So there's that super dissonant moment. We could do A here. This might be better to just let the piano kind of just focus on this one spot, instead of bringing the A in there. Yeah, I think just because there's so much going on in both hands, and then, I mean, it could be done, but I know that I'm not going to have an incredible amount of time to rehearse this piece before we film it and record it, so I'd rather be a little more conservative in the part writing so that the music comes out really well, because even if a piece is a little more simple, when it's played really confidently, it'll sound really deep and really beautiful. So I want to design this piece to be played with comfort and joy. Alright, so let's see, what else can we do here? Let's start working on this section a little more here. So just so you can hear which section we're talking about. Start from measure 60. Okay, I think we could probably find a better theme to have here in the violin. So if we listen to where the violin melody enters at 53, we'll get an idea of how much violin we really need or how much we really need that melody to be played. So let's see. Cool. Yeah. So something else should go here. I'm going to insert some measures to bring out that A7 sound that we got from the last episode where we had the E minor 7 flat 5 going to the A7 right here. I think that needs a little more thought. Otherwise it sounds kind of weird. Da mi ma 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 da mi na na. And let's just see what happens if this is here as well. Alright, so we've got the melody of the violin is da 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 na 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 na. Might be better if it's na 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 na. 2 quarter notes instead of that 1 half note. Na, 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 na. And then that F will be hitting this G, E, so that might be kind of rough. What if it was na, 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 G, E, B flat, E minor 7, 5, 5, that should be good, because the D here will be the flat 7 of the chord, and let's give that a listen. Cool, so digga digga dum, and maybe let's bring in some oh boy, some action right there. So let's see, we've got where's the action? There. Okay. So here's where we want the action to be. So we've got this rest, and what we can do is increase the drama here. Dugga dugga dum ba na 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 na. So ba 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 ba. Okay, let's see how that sounds starting at 60. Okay, let's bring out stuff to complement this a little better. So we have D, F, C, F, C, E. So that's like D minor 9. Let's see what would happen if I change this chord here to be a D minor 9. So we have this G resting here, and what if I insert an E on beat 5, or 4, I mean. There we go. And then here we've got this B flat holding out. Let's get F, and then F, A. And that should complement the melody that I put there in the violin a little better. Let's find out if I'm right. Cool. Now what I'm thinking is, in this last minute I have here digga digga doom bum bam boom bum boom. I could trade parts here between different instruments so that the rest of this melody is finished in the guitar, while this part, while the violin plays something else maybe. Or let's just see what happens if it's just doubled, if that sounds good. Right now I feel like this melody doesn't sound that strong, but yeah, let's see what we got here now. Cool, definitely getting better. So now in the left-hand piano, I know I gotta stop here, but one more thing I'm gonna do. See what a D minor chord sounds like there. Okay, this will be the last thing, and we'll listen to that. Cool. So bringing out a D minor chord there will be nice. I'm gonna have to write that in. All right. So we will continue shortly. I look forward to the next one. Bye bye.